again, like we mentioned, part of the shift is part of like one of the major shifts I know for sure is this divide between you and the people that are not serving your highest good. I absolutely am seeing this. Like people that are not supposed to be in your energy, if you are someone that is chosen, you have a purpose, you are on your path. There are people that it's like one by one by one, they're being cut off. Now, it's important in that process that you don't try to force those folks back in. It's important that you do not try to force those people that are literally being removed from you. Do not force them back in. I mean, even if you try to force them back in, you're gonna see that, the divine is going to reveal to you anyway that, they're not supposed to be there. Okay. No matter how much you try to force those folks back into your life, okay, if they're not meant to be there, they're not going to be there. Okay, they're not meant to be there. So why would you force them back in? And I feel like for many of you, part of why you may, invite them back in is because leading the life of a chosen seed, it's not for everyone. It's definitely a path that tends to isolate you. And it's that isolation sometimes that really tests your strength. Okay? Like your ability to stay isolated or alone for a period of time so that you can go within. And sometimes I think we confuse the isolation for something else. Sometimes we confuse the isolation for loneliness. Okay? Isolation does not necessarily equate to loneliness. Isolation is a time that your spirit guides have designated, have put you in, okay? So that way you can go within and find the answers that you seek. But many a times, I think because we are so prone to social media and, immediate attention, immediate gratification, we oftentimes try to convince ourselves that we need to be in the presence of a group of people or this and that and the third, instead of taking that time to go within and find the answers that we're seeking. And so isolation it can be dangerous. I know some may not agree. Isolation can be a dangerous time if you are not doing what you are supposed to do, because you can confuse it with loneliness, and then essentially you may invite energies back in that are not supposed to be there because you're confusing that period of time with a time of loneliness. It's really a time of purification. It's a time where your spirit guides are getting you to a point where you are purifying your energy from all the stuff that's not serving you, so that way you can be focused on what you're supposed to be focused on. But if you're not doing that work, this is where it gets tricky. If you're not doing that work, you can really find yourself going backwards instead of forward. So I also feel like, in essence, isolation is a crossroad. It's a crossroad moment. It's that period of time before the divine, propels you into whatever, direction that you're supposed to be going to, if you're focused on what you are supposed to be focused on. Okay, so Anthony, if you're looking for a personal reading, you can definitely message me at messagesfromthewaters@gmail.com, or you can book directly through my Calendly, book, on my calendar. So a lot of folks, a lot of times book on the Calendly. So booking doesn't necessarily guarantee you a reading. So after you book, you do make a payment and then the reading proceeds. So I want to make sure I'm clear about that. Okay, so that's another way that you can book as well. All right. So I'm going to take a brief, I guess you can say intermission, and I'm going to come back and do the reading. I want to make sure that you are aware. Get yourself ready. Get in a position where you are getting yourself ready, because the shifts that are happening are definitely going to keep happening. You're going to be seeing a lot of shifts happening, and what's essentially going to be protecting you energetically, physically, is you being able to go within, listen to your intuition, listen to the guidance that you're getting. Because for the most part, a lot of people out there are not going to be able to help you with what you need to know for you to make the right decisions. So it's essential and important, especially now that you go within. Listen to your intuition. Like, you are your best guide. You know what we call that spiritual eye. Your eye, trust it. That is, the spirit that you have within that's speaking to you, letting you know what you get to do. And the instructions are not always easy ones. Okay, the instructions and things that you're being told to do, they're not always going to be easy. We're talking about those high vibrational types of things that your guides are telling you to do. It really is taking you to another level of leadership that you haven't been to before. Okay, many of you are trailblazers. You are the first one to walk the path that you're walking. The first one in your family, the first one wherever you're at. It's a lot of people, whether you know it or not, that are watching you, waiting to see what you do. This is why many a times you receive the information that you do, because you are someone who is like an awakener of souls. Okay, by the things that you do, you listening to your guides, people who are watching you, essentially, they're waking up because of you. Their souls are becoming awakened because of you. So continue to trust your intuition. All right, I'm gonna take a brief intermission and come right back with the reading. So stay tuned. Thank you for joining this live, y'all. And oh yeah, Faith, you said be ready so you don't have to get ready. Absolutely. Okay, so if you have questions, make sure you jot those questions down. I'm gonna be right back on the next live, and I can definitely be able to answer some of those questions. So stay tuned, and I'll see you on the next one. All right.